Welcome to my views and news. Firstly, we have an update for you on the ongoing tension in Shashemene city of West RC. No sign of de-escalation, rather a collision between the two groups could happen if there is no intervention. Thousands of followers of new faction are heading to churches from stadium in Shashemene. Details for you. Secondly, uh, a political party from the Amhara region issued a statement claiming that dozens of ethnic Amharas have been killed in East Wellega, Oromia region. And thirdly, after a meeting between TPLF leaders and PM Abiy has made some decisions. He has made some announcements which are a way of giving relief to the people of Tigray. Details for you. Firstly, with Shashemene, in the previous video, I reported what happened there, that at Shashemene, St. Michael's Church, there was a confrontation between Oromia security forces and Orthodox followers loyal to the Patriarch Abune Matthias. Police fired at the followers of the Orthodox religion, and that led to some casualties. 3 casualties are being confirmed by most sources, and several were injured. What is the latest? What is happening now in Shashemene? Where is the other group? And how did this conflict start in the city? The conflict started when the splinter Oromo Orthodox faction made a new appointment. And the new appointees were to take charge of churches in Shashemene today. Shashemene, West RC and Harage. That is why preparations were underway to welcome the bishops, new appointee bishops. Meanwhile, Orthodox Church, led by Abune Matthias, called upon Orthodox followers to stop this new faction from taking control of churches. Abune Yusuf is the Archbishop of this zone. And upon this call, we saw that hundreds of Orthodox followers loyal to Abune Matthias, they took control of churches. St. Michael's Church, St. George Church, in Shashemene were the places where large number of Orthodox followers gathered to stop new faction from taking control of these churches. Oromia forces opened fire to disperse the followers loyal to Abune Matthias faction, because Oromia security forces, they are supporting the new faction. What happened after that? Well, the other faction, splinter faction of Abune Sarios, they decided to gather in Shashemene stadium. So thousands of Orthodox followers loyal to the new faction, they arrived in Shashemene stadium. And now what we are hearing is that from Shashemene stadium, these Orthodox followers, led by new faction, Oromo faction, they're heading to churches in Shashemene. They want to take control of all churches where there are already followers who are loyal to Abune Matthias faction. There could be direct confrontation between these two factions. Where are security forces? Security forces are trying to disperse the Orthodox followers loyal to Abune Matthias faction. That is what is the latest. Meanwhile, Abune Yusuf, who is the Archbishop of this zone, appointed by Abune Matthias side, arrived in Shashemene a few hours ago. He announced that he was ready to lay down his life for the church, that he would be the first martyr of the church. Where is Abune Yusuf now? No one knows. Reportedly, some say he's been arrested, like Abune Yarid was arrested and taken to Addis Ababa, like Abune Stefanos was arrested and then sent to Addis Ababa. Reportedly, he's been arrested, but no confirmation. Abune Yusuf announced his arrival in Shashemene, but where is he? No one knows. Did he go missing? Was he arrested? He might be in custody, though I'm not sure about it. But the new faction is going to take control of churches. Why? Because before Monday's court hearing, this new breakaway faction was to take control of all main dioceses in Oromia. They've already taken control of East Wellega, West Wellega, Jimma as well, I think, though there are some issues in Jimma. And now they are taking control of Eastern Diocese, RC, Harage, and in Southern Oromia as well, in reportedly Bolehora and other places. Welcoming crowds are being seen, and new appointees are arriving in Southern Oromia. So before Monday, I think this faction will try to take control of as many churches as possible in Oromia. Tensions rising, viewers. Let's see what happens. Will the Orthodox followers loyal to new faction be able to take control of all churches? That remains to be seen. We'll try to keep you updated. Meanwhile, in Shashemene city, transport service has been suspended, roads deserted. There are fears there could be bloodshed in the city. That's why people are trying to remain indoors. But Orthodox followers, some of them, yes, they are still at the churches. They want to defend the churches. I think the two sides will have to show some restraint. Otherwise, we could see direct collision between the followers of the two sides. Secondly, viewers, a political party from the Amhara region claims that dozens of ethnic Amharas have been killed in an attack by Oromo Liberation Army fighters. ENAT is the name of the party. The party claimed it happened in East Wellega, Gobseyo, Wellega, where OLA fighters carried out an attack, and on the basis of identity, people were separated. Ethnic Amharas were killed. Several videos, pictures are being shared showing dead bodies which are allegedly from this Wellega in East Wellega. East Wellega is the zone where there was a massacre a few weeks ago when in we know that in Kiramo more than 100 were killed, and back then Oromia government had said that most of the killed were Oromos. Now ethnic Amharas being massacred there and government silent, no statement. So religious conflict, political conflict, ethnic conflict, Oromia is being destabilized, especially Wellega. Now religious conflict is adding to the already ongoing instability in Oromia region. We're waiting for confirmation from government sources, government officials about this incident. No word from Oromo Liberation Army. Was there any attack in East Wellega? Who were involved in this attack? No word from the Oromo Liberation Army. Lastly, PM Abiy has announced some measures to give relief to the people of Tigray. The announcement came after PM Abiy held a meeting with the TPLF leaders. We know that yesterday, state media showed pictures of TPLF leaders like Getachew, Sad Khan, and Wellega holding a meeting with PM Abiy. From Ethiopian government side, Ridwan, National Security Advisor, Deputy PM, Damake Mekonnen, Deputy Chairman of Prosperity Party, Adam Farah and Bahano Jula were there too. And after this meeting, PM Abiy has made some announcements made public by Ridwan Hussein, top man when it comes to security issues in Ethiopia. On behalf of government, he says that PM Abiy has directed that number of flights to and from Tigray should be increased, and banking service should be improved, because though banking resumed in Tigray a few days ago, but still there are restrictions on withdrawal. Tigrayans don't have access to their money, which is lying with the banks, but they are not able to withdraw. There are limitations, and number of flights going to be increased, but it will not resolve the issue. What is needed is restoration of transport, road link between Tigray and neighboring regions. Why is that transport service is not allowed to operate between Tigray and Amhara, Tigray and Afar. This is the main issue which was raised by Getachew a few days ago when he was interviewed, when he was addressing a gathering in Tigray. So the main issue is still unresolved. Banking service could be improved a little, number of flights could be increased, but all in Tigray or outside Tigray, they cannot afford by air travel. Cheaper travel is by road, but which is being restricted. So far, no announcement of any transport serving Tigray and neighboring region. But at least trust is building. We can say the two sides are committed to the peace deal. Implementation is slow, as I said earlier in the previous video a few hours ago, but at least the two sides are interacting, they are coordinating, and peace deal is holding so far. Thank you for watching.